Let's look at a couple of more practice problems of how we subtract numbers. Negative 5.2, take away a negative 11.4. Let's add its opposite. So I'm going to change this to an addition sign, then change that one to an addition sign if they're both positive right there. So let me show you. Let me just rewrite this down. Same problem. Rewrite it as an addition problem of its opposite. Change its sign, negative 5.2 plus 11.4. That provides now a 6.2. Look at the sign of the higher magnitude. The sign here is 11.4, so that is a positive term. Another example. Negative 3/4 minus 2/3. Now, fractions are gently becoming our friends. They're not scaring as much as they've had in the past. So we can still look at this problem. Let's look at negative 3/4 plus the opposite of 2/3. And then let's look at a way to add those together. Find a common denominator between the 4 and the 3. The lowest common multiple I can think of is a 12. So I'm going to rewrite both of these as equivalent expressions over 12. 3/4 over 12. 4 times 3 is a 12. 3 times, that's a 9. Plus a negative, that's over 12, so 2/3. 3 times 4 is a 12. 2 times 4 is an 8. So now I have negative 9/12 plus a negative 8/12. Like signs, so I can add both of their magnitudes together. Produces a 17/12. And since they're like signs, I keep the sign. So that produces negative 17/12. 4 pi minus 9 pi. Now this might be the first time we saw this symbol right here. This variable, well not a variable, but this term represents a unit of measurement when we're dealing with circles. And so pi is something we'll get used to. It's an irrational number, but we'll think of it in terms of how many pi's do we have. So for example, I have 4 pi's, take away a negative 9 pi's. How do we think about that? Well, we can add its opposite. It becomes 4 pi plus the opposite of negative 9 pi is a positive 9 pi. 4 pi plus 9 pi, they're like terms, so this becomes 13 pi.